Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. I like it because my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely wild. This man does not know how to handle rejection.
The guy is following us, and we cannot, like...
We don't want to roll down the windows to pay the ticket because he's following us around the parking structure.
So basically, I'll give you guys a bit of a background before I continue on with the clip. This guy over here does not know how to take no for an answer. These girls met him in the club, he bought them a couple drinks, but when he tried to make a move on them, they said no, and they were just not interested. So when they left the club, he ended up following them like this.
Leave. Now. I don't care. Leave. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna escalate. Leave. Leave right now. I'm getting in the car. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You're making it worse. Leave. I don't care. Can you leave? You're making me really uncomfortable. Okay, Annie, get in. Annie, get in. Annie, get in. Annie, get in the fucking car.
So if you guys read the caption, this clip is actually 3 minutes long. I just had to cut it down super short to the best part. In my head, I was like, why is she recording instead of calling the police? But here's actually a clip of her doing so.
Gotcha. You guys are still parked right next to the,
Now guys, this is just absolutely strange and stupid. You can't validate this kind of behavior in the slightest. He needs to understand that these girls are not interested and he needs to move on. But apparently after the video going viral, the man is out here making an apology. All I'm gonna say is it just really wasn't an apology.
I'm apologizing, but I'm not stalking anyone.
That was absolutely brutal to watch. I'm apologizing, but I'm not stalking anyone, but I'm gonna make an Instagram account and follow everybody that you follow down the line of your following list. I'm apologizing, but I wasn't in the wrong, and I'm gonna call you a female and a chick and not refer to you by name or with any respect at all. And then at the end of the first video you made, you said, I had no idea they called the cops. That's why I was waiting for the cops to come. I thought you didn't know that we called the cops. Why were you waiting for the cops if you didn't know that they were called?
The sad part about all of this is a lot of people in the comments, mainly men, were actually saying, hey, if you didn't want him to chase you or I guess stalk you, why'd you guys accept the drinks? You guys should have just rejected the drinks, which I do understand and agree with. If you're not interested in talking to someone, don't accept their drinks. But once again, you cannot validate this kind of behavior or reasoning in the slightest, guys. Stalking someone, doing this to someone, all because what? You paid for their drinks? This man needs to learn how to take rejection. And yes, I don't blame these women for putting him on blast all over social media.
I was supposed to hang out with this guy, but it was getting kind of late, so I texted him and I was like, hey, it's kind of late, like maybe we should just like rain check.
Okay, rain check, no big deal, right?
And he responded saying, okay, sounds good.
Sounds good, but I'm sure this is not the end of the story.
Excuse me?
And here it comes.
And I was like, what, LOL? And he's like, you proposed to reschedule, like it's a bit late for you, said I was like respecting your boundaries and like, yeah, we can meet up another time.
Wonderful, a guy is respecting her boundaries. But there's more.
And I was like, you think you're funny? You're supposed to respond saying, no, I need to see you, I'm outside, your doorman's blocking the door. Like, what?
Oh, I get it now. There's games apparently to be played, and one seems upset that the guy is not playing along.
He was like, wait, why are you mad that I was just like listening and like respecting what you wanted? And I was like, exactly.
Now it's advice like this that women give that put other women in danger. Men are gonna see these videos and actually do exactly this. Be stalky, being outside that woman's crib, even though she specifically said she's not interested. Women need to stop giving this kind of advice because it actually is putting other women in danger by it. This is absolutely stupid and she doesn't realize this.
Say I want to take you out on a date here in Dubai.
Let's imagine that, yeah.
Okay, let's imagine. How much are you expecting me to spend on you?
I would say in Dubai it's going to be approximately $600-700, maybe 2,000 to 3,000 dirhams.
All right, and would it be weird if I expected you to pay the bill?
Absolutely.
And why?
Why the sky is blue? Why the fishes started swimming in the sea? Why Dubai is the most gorgeous city in the world? I mean, there are so many questions.
Somebody
damn right.
I don't care what country you're from. I don't care what kind of morals you have. If women like this exist, you should give them the exact same response, which is absolutely not. You're beat, and I'm not a simp. I'm not gonna pay $600-700 on a woman I barely know.
No hoe shit, and I don't want to attack women, but women have lowered the value of a dating because they go on a date with anybody. Y'all, they go on dates and go lemon drop crazy with a nigga she knows she ain't about to text back tomorrow, you know? So it's like they lower the value of the date and then tell you it's bare minimum. Yeah, it's bare minimum because you made it that way. Dating is really, honestly, dating is not bare minimum, but it is. But dating is for somebody to get to know each other, not because you wanted something to do today.
This is absolutely so true. If women actually were more selective with the dates they were going on, the men they were choosing, and the ones they actually see a future with, rather than just going on a date all because they're just free that day, their schedule had nothing else to do, and they just wanted something to keep them busy, then they'd probably get treated better on these dates.
These streets are wild.
Number one, I don't attribute meaning to people I don't know that well.
That nice text, that great first date, that doesn't mean that they're the one. It just means it was a nice text or a good first date.
Probably most importantly, and I should have led with this, I don't get my validation or confidence from men. But whether or not someone likes me really doesn't matter all that much. And I remind myself that you're not supposed to be for everybody. Not every person you go on a date with is meant to be your person. So it's okay if it feels like you've been on a string of 10 really bad dates with guys you don't connect with.
Now, I'm not sure if I agree with this advice, because if you've gone on 10 dates, and all those 10 dates you still haven't made up your mind, at the end of the day, it just might be you as a problem. There's no way in hell all those 10 people were weird and you just didn't vibe with them. You either need to lower your standards or fix something you're doing wrong on these dates.
Took 23 of her family members on a blind date to test this man's generosity. And, well, obviously it backfired because she was left with a $3,100 bill. She even had to pay for his food and drink, so her plan definitely backfired.
That was easy. Now, honestly, what did this woman expect? Do you really believe just because you're a woman, he's gonna pay for 23 of your family members without even knowing you? Heck, if you brought one friend along, I would have still not paid. 23 is insane.
If you've been in shorty inbox for years, or she's left you on red multiple times, do not try to pursue her. Can it work sometimes? Absolutely, but I would advise you to get you somebody who actually wanted to talk to you from the beginning.
Yeah, if she's putting you on blast like this all over social media, she settled down for you. You don't want a woman like this, who after so much time and energy of you trying to text her and swipe up to her and her for her to respond to you, and she's finally giving you a chance, yeah bro, she settled. Go for a girl who's absolutely obsessed with you in the beginning.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
No.
But no. Why? Because I don't know, women are independent, but also sometimes, like earlier I was carrying my water upstairs. I wish I had a man.
What?
It's a lot of shit that I don't be wanting to do as a woman. Like, come carry take the groceries in the motherfucking house. Take the trash cans out, take the trash out. I don't want to do that shit.
So we're only good to carry shit?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not finna rub on my own booty. Who gonna rub on my booty?
Stop volunteer!
No, we could be strong, independent. It would be nice, but it's not needed.
Like, no.
No. Hell no. Never.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yes.
No.
No.
Well, man is just a plus and extra. Other than reproduction, like, for what?
That's like the most important life process.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep civilization going, then that's what you need.
Now, I'm not gonna say the typical thing about how men never say this on social media or ever. We never need women. It's just not a thing we ever say. But I will have to bring up how they're being absolutely hypocritical, because they're out in these parties seeking what? Men's validation, men's attention, wanting men to buy them drinks. So they can say they don't need men all they want, but the only reason they're in these kind of events is because they know men are gonna be there.
One of the biggest reasons why nightclubs are dead is because 10, 15, 20 years ago, when a man wanted to get laid or a woman wanted to get laid, you went out and you wanted a party to meet someone and go home with them. Nowadays, it's all on your phone, social media. You slide into someone's DM, you go on Hinge, you go on Bumble, you go on Tinder. It's so much easier than back in the day when you had to have game to spit game. Everybody's on their phone. They got game from their phone, but in person, they probably don't have that much game. So the biggest reason I'd say nightclubs are dead is because people don't have to go out to get laid anymore.
So yes, that's one of the reasons, but I think the main reason is men are sick and tired of nightclubs. They understand that they're just giving women free validation. It's a waste of time, first off, and a huge waste of money because you're constantly buying girls drinks who are just not interested. I'm gonna be honest, I think anybody who goes to the nightclub is just an absolute loser. They have nothing else going on in their lives. You guys are trying to validate random people who you don't even know. Spend all that time and money just to go home with absolutely nothing. It's just stupid.
I've always said, like, I want a nice guy. And then I find, like, a guy that's really nice, and I am so thrown off. Like, I really did find a guy who's, like, super nice, like, the most respectful, like, anything I really need, like, he's gonna do it for you. And I'm sitting there like, like, I'm the problem.
It's almost like if you care less, the more you get. I'm not gonna lie. It just falls into your hand.
Yeah, sometimes with these women, the less you do, the better. If you're too overly nice in the beginning, they find it disgusting because it looks desperate.
Women are giving up on dating. It's because of social media, and let me tell you why. So women are often fueled by what they see on social media. It seems like everywhere you look online, there are images of perfect couples, luxury, exotic vacation, lavish gifts, and this is very, very toxic because this is not even real. It's just social media. And these things create unrealistic standards because they expect that from a partner. And it's a lot of pressure. It can leave men thinking that they'll never be able to meet these expectations.
Yeah, this is exactly what the saying goes, comparison is a thief of joy. If you're constantly on social media looking at lives that are way better than yours, you're gonna make yourself absolutely miserable, thinking that your relationship is not the right one, and it's not how it's supposed to be. But that's just wrong.
Halloween reminds me of ghosts, and ghosts remind me of guys that I've been on one date with from Tinder. I've been thinking lately, what happened? Why did these guys ghost me? Are they in a coma? So Tinder ended up sending me over a survey I can send to guys that have ghosted me to find out what went wrong with them. It says, check all the reasons you ghosted. Apparently I talk too much, they met someone better than me, and I was just kind of off. The moment they realized we weren't a match was after I had one drink. Okay, obviously that guy was insane, so I had to send this to a new guy to get more accurate results. It says, please check all the reasons you ghosted. He said his friends are scared of me. Why would his friends be scared of me? What was the moment he realized we weren't a match? I kept trying to convince his friends I've been possessed. Okay, that doesn't sound like me. Except completely unrelated, something I just now thought of is sometimes when dates are going really bad, I pretend like I can speak to the dead. It's just something I do. But again, I feel like this could be for anyone. Like, did I get the wrong surveys back?
She pretends she can speak to the dead, and that's just something she does. Yeah, I don't think these men are the problem. It's definitely you. Did you really expect all of social media to agree with you as well? I don't think so. Everybody thinks you're crazy.
I went to a coffee shop today while I worked to see if maybe I could come across somebody, maybe strike up an interesting conversation and go from there. And I experienced and overheard the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life while out people watching or trying to meet somebody. She gets the conversation rolling and asks one of the other girls how her marriage is going. This is where it gets great. So she goes with, it's not going good. I really think I want to leave him, but I'm not sure yet. All right, I'm invested already. What's going on? So she starts listing off all these problems about how he's not the man he used to be, how she's not happy with things, he's not sure if he wants kids. Also, if your name is Lucas and you live in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, your wife probably wants to leave you and you don't know that. Sorry, dude. Then the friend that's sitting on the same side of the table as me goes, well, maybe you should take the approach that I did. So now, okay, what approach did you take? She goes, why don't you just sleep around like I've been doing for the last few years? It's made me way happier than any marriage ever could. I'm sitting here like, that was the worst possible answer. Like, Jesus Christ. Then it gets crazier. She goes, I finally hit a milestone this weekend that I've been working towards since I decided to start doing this. I'm sitting here like, what milestone? And then it kind of clicked. She goes, I just hit my 500th body. And I'm sitting here like,
my disappointment is immeasurable.
Yeah, may God keep these kind of women away from our lives and this friend group. This is exactly why. If a girl has a bad friend group, her friend group will literally lead her marriage to hell. This is exactly why men have to be making sure that their girl's friend group is also full of good people, not the ones that are constantly hooking up, doing degenerate stuff, because your girl is most likely the same as her friend group.
The way that you treat him will always matter more than what you think you're bringing to the table, whether that be your finances, your education, your cooking and cleaning skills. None of that can compare to treating that man right. So you can lose your man to a woman with no job, no education, education, no cooking or cleaning skills, because she's got listening skills. She knows how to speak to him kindly, softly. She initiates the sex. She shows him he is desired, and she uplifts that man on a daily basis without him asking. You understand? Why wouldn't he choose her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every single man can agree with this. We don't need another working man in the house. We need someone who has wifey qualities. Finally, men are actually putting these women on the spot. Enough with all of these free dates, because we all understand if this girl went out with her friends, she would be paying. But just because a guy's there, it means he has to pay? No, absolutely not. Hold these women accountable. If they want to stay friends and put you in the friend zone, treat them like a friend. But anyways, this is my opinion, guys, because that does wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos you guys see on the top screen. It is my channel a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.